It is beef with Jamal Hill and Ariel Helwani. Oh shit. Okay.
What's going on, everybody? We back with another Real Behind the Real. Only this time, it's real. This message is for Ariel Helwani.
Dude, Jamal Hill, get some lotion, get some Vaseline. You could start a fire with these with the pits of your fingers, man. This is ash beyond belief right here.
Now, Ariel and Jury got together last night.
And it's only one hand too. That's what's strange. But maybe that's just left, right. That's his right hand. Okay, never mind. Probably hit the bag.
And had an interview. And as a lot of you already know and have seen,
That hand is definitely a lot more
sneaky tactics
worn
that he
in.
likes to use to get over on fighters. And he does this all the while being completely, man, just a punk about it and doesn't own up to any of it. Keep throwing shade at me. You have an agenda, have a problem with me for whatever reason, right? Maybe it's due to the fact of last time when I came on your show, after my championship fight, you tried your tactics on me and they didn't work. You thought that I was just another dumb fighter, somebody that you could just run circles on verbally, and it didn't work out for you. And people saw you for what you really were. And in that,
I did not see that.
you're now upset, and every chance you get,
I feel like I gotta watch this interview now.
just taking shots at me. Like, these are just blatantly just shots. Oh, and if you care to watch and see this interview that I'm talking about, you can go. There's actually a streamer online. His name is MMA Guru. He did a breakdown of the interview. He did a very, very good job on that breakdown. Go and watch that video, and you see for yourself, and you see the things that I'm talking about. First of all, we all know Ariel, the nerdy, goofy, soft, punk dude who's admitted multiple times, oh, I wouldn't fight. Oh, I wouldn't fight. I don't think I could do. I could dare. What if violence he acts like, like somebody's nana or something? Has the nerve to disrespect fighters on the show while claiming to be a real journalist that's here for the fighters, that speaks for the fighters, that's all about the fighters, that's all about this and that. And the guys that can do the thing that you can never do, put food on your table. This is how you eat, right? To what we do. So this video is another example of the disrespect that we as fighters get from punks like this.
Can I ask what your reaction was when you found out about Jamal Hill's injury?
Oh man, that was first my reaction was
What's strange about asking Prohaska about Hill's injury is that Prohaska had an injury as well, and really, honestly, the only injury that should be asked about is his. It really should just be the only conversation because he did say it was the worst shoulder in history and all this. Like that's the only story with this guy. So
I think
Working out.
it happened. Doesn't matter what's the reason if that, but everybody saw like he have like a big weight. He's like turned to a big weight and especially for the ankles and all these areas like knees, ankles is it's for the body. It's a very big weight. Like if you're turning your weight like more than normal, then the knees and ankles it's bad.
and of course this is about Jamal Hill's basketball injury, the injury that he caught playing basketball. Apparently he went up. I think he went up for a jump or something like that and messed something up in his foot. I believe in his Achilles. I believe or something.
That was the first like logical thing about that. Why it's.
Let me just Google it.
Okay. Hold on.
And
all right, I'm gonna address this right here, right off the bat, for everybody saying, wait. First off,
Yeah, ruptured Achilles.
You have no idea how much I weigh. You have no idea.
No, but like, dude. It's not about how much do you weigh. It's about you definitely put on weight after the fight, and then you're doing explosive movements after that. He's saying in very broken English, just to be fair, devil's advocate. It's like, yeah, man, you were involved in highly explosive activity after you definitely were seen looking a little bit more chunky. It's not like he knows, you
How
know.
much I'm used to walking around at. None of these things, right? But well, come on.
But see, and that's that part too. It's like, okay, there's what you're used to walking around at, but then there's of course the fact that as a fighter you got to come down in weight. So like the only weight that we know you to be at is that weight that you come down to when you fight. So anything heavier than that is being heavier, right?
say these things. So, like I said, I had my Achilles repaired by one of the best doctors, by the best doctor in the world. Okay, and he told me there was nothing that I could do. My tendon was already bad. I had tendinosis already existing in the tendon, so it was only a matter of time before it ruptured. All right, that is something that I didn't have control of. Now, if it ruptures in a fight, in a title fight, that's a way better, worse.
How did you not know? You have control of this. What? That's your health. It's your foot. It's what you move on. If you already had tendonitis in the Achilles, number one, okay, if you already had bad feelings inside of that foot, why are you playing basketball and whatnot and not going to get it checked out and this and that and whatever? Like, I just, what?
Situation. It's a way worse situation. All right, I lose my title. I'm in rehab and a whole lot of other things. Okay, it's just a bad thing one way or the other. And it's funny that you talk about logically, and speaking of the body, this the same guy who popped his shoulder out.
Yeah,
and then
see,
let his buddy
that's the only point that should be brought up.
yank on his arm to try to put it back in place and destroyed his shoulder, and did that as as the champion of the world. How
Exactly.
is that logical or smart?
But it's also not smart to just be, you're admitting that you already had tendonitis to the point that it was going to rupture already, or it was just a matter of time. That means that injury, like, what are you saying also in defense of this? You're saying, like, that wasn't too smart either to be running around with a tendonitis filled foot. I don't think.
But
I mean, I'm just
you know
saying,
so
like,
much about
just,
the body and body parts and things. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was that. And I took that like nothing changed from my last when I put the belt
Right.
to the
It all, yeah.
Right.
It all kind of comes back. But it was interesting. I thought the way you handled it said a lot about you, because for the last few months, even his last post on Twitter before the announcement that he was out was like insinuating that you were taking too long, that you were afraid, that all this nonsense. And then you say to him, I wish you the best. And then he responded to you. But like, you know, over the last few months, a lot has been said about you, and you took the high road and wished him well. I thought was a very classy thing that you did on your part.
Hold it. I pause it right there.
Yeah.
Now, you see that? Now, he is attempting to try to give him props to up him while subliminally trying to take shots at me. All right? Trying to basically, so you thought he took the high road and that was a classy move on his part. What did I say? What did I say about him? What did I say about his injury?
He's taking too long. That's what Ariel said.
Really? Like, I got a clip. I have a clip.
But
now,
but
this was the
and
night
and
before.
Jamal is actually justified in that, because this is the worst shoulder, the worst shoulder in injury, worst shoulder in history, and all this stuff, and yet this man's coming right back, or he's about to be fighting soon, or something like that, and it's like, and he was being called out, so
My injury. Hall of Fame, red carpet interview. All right, where they asked me about Yuri Prochazka and his injury.
A lot of people are waiting, probably asking you, when is Jamal Hill going to fight again, defend the title? Any idea when that might be?
Hopefully soon. Hopefully I'll have an answer for everybody soon. I know right now the next up for the challenge up and the one that I want is Yuri. You know, I want to make sure he's good, make sure he's got the time and everything that he needs. But yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to get in there. Now, I want to make sure he's good. I want to make sure he has the time that he needs. This is the day before I got hurt, before any of the relinquish of the title or anything. These are my words. So, Ariel, I'm going to ask you, and be a man, bro, because that seems to be a hard thing for you. Where did I say it at? Where was I disrespectful? Where did I do anything ill towards him other than wish him well? you go back and watch a number of interviews where I was asked about Yuri. And I said, I want you to make sure you take time. Ask Yuri what I said to him when I talked to him. I'm not fake. I don't have no reason to play fake or nice in nobody's face. That's not my thing.
If he wasn't talking shit, then
I think that's just be the normal.
yeah, Ariel seems a little snakish here.
Everybody in these games trying to be
Little
like
snaky nose.
two gangsters, and it's all about just to stay before somebody in the cage, and then fight, then show me you're the best performance you ever can do. So that's all about that. Not about the speaking before. This is sometimes not stupid, but sometimes it's like trash. Yeah, trash.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Before it's all said and done, is that
so honestly, like how am I supposed to take that? How are y'all gonna take that?
He called you trashy for something you didn't do.
What was the video that you made after I won the title? You supposed to be resting.
Yeah, and he's in the snow yelling and all that. To him. That's true. Yep.
So you trash for calling me out, right? Why are you talking? You only supposed to just show it, right? You don't let Ariel talk you in, bring you in, and now he's got you looking like a fool like he is. Because he's salty, he gets soggy, and he doesn't care. He just tries to make points even where there is none. Champ, you better than that. Don't let him suck you in like that. It's pathetic, bro.
a fight that you would like? You versus Jamal Hill? Is that something that you would like to see happen?
Yeah. I was prepared. I was prepared for especially for these style of like Jamal, and I like that. I very started to like his style, because it was very simple. It was like
simple but effective.
To give the power for every punch.
A lot of power in the fundamentals. Yeah, man, that's funny. Hey, that's a funny. Keep going.
Similar style. Have Pereira, yeah, but a little bit upgraded. Yeah, I have to say, it's a little bit more like there is a more logic, yeah, in his style, yeah.
So
right,
would that mean?
All right, I'm gonna have to chalk that up just to the fact that your English is really bad, because the basics, there's a lot of power in the basics, and I think a lot of people would agree that you don't have them. Which is why you do things like try to throw a spin there, a flying knee, and crazy things. People do a lot of you. If you've ever trained for a certain amount of time, anytime you've seen that somebody gets in there and they just start throwing crazy knees, that's because they're not really technically sound like that. They need something big or athletic to happen. I can beat you big athletically. I can beat you technically. I can beat you any way I want to. He don't have those options. I wouldn't expect him to understand it whenever he sees it. And Pereira being an upgrade for me, we gonna see. That's the good thing about it.
Yeah, we have to see. We have to check it out. I mean, yeah.
Come on, man. Let's keep.
I was just gonna ask you, who do you think is a tougher opponent, Alex Pereira or Jamal Hill? Does that mean that you think Alex is a little bit tougher?
Hold up. Now you see that?
He's just asking a question.
Who do you think's a tougher opponent?
And he also, to be fair, Ariel. I mean, to be fair, Yuri did already kind of imply that. So.
Does that mean you think Alex Pereira is tougher than Jamal? You know what I'm saying? Throwing shade.
That's not shade.
He was just asking, bro. That's you throwing shade, bro. Funny.
And if they called you today and said, like, can you do a camp? Can you fight October, November, December? Are you ready to start a camp? Are you cleared 100%? You can start training full contact, no issues for a camp.
Yep. Sure. Yeah.
Now,
yep.
Hey.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Now,
yep.
Talk about I've been talking. That's all I've been asking all this time. Yo, are you ready? Is there a time over time?
Yuri did not sound super confident on that one. And I need to see Chael's video because it's been 24 hours. Actually, hold up. Yeah, Unky Chael said he was going to put out another video if Yuri doesn't respond to the last one he did. And if he responds and even just says for him to shut up, he'll abide by that. But he's also going to put out whatever he said. Hold up. This is a straight day ago. Yeah, we need that new Unky video. We definitely need the new Uncle Chael video on this, because at least on Yuri Prochazka, because I mean, okay, Chael says nobody would care if he's on the stuff. It's a big deal to me. I mean, what the hell? I mean, well, okay, fine. If he gets cleared at some point, all right, fine. But anyway, that's That did not sound like the most confident, are you ready to get back into training camp from Yuri Prohaska. That was not the most confident yes.
Give me something. Let me know something when you might be ready. Anything. That's all I've been asking for is an answer. But yet, they'll try to spin it as like it's a bad character flaw. Like I was talking shit or I'm a spinner. I'm just like this. But you see, he had the answer though.
Right. And by the way, that mountain that I saw you climbing this mountain. Is it Mont Blanc or something like that? How difficult was that? That's, that's crazy stuff, man. That is. When was that?
Yeah, it was in Europe, the highest mountain in Europe, and it was great. It was great.
This man's
I
doing
like
everything but hitting a bag and or sparring partner.
Mountains, and that's the thing I'm looking for.
So let me get this straight. He's allowed to climb mountain, but I can't play basketball.
No, I mean, I think both of those things are not the game, not the sport. You know, like everybody looks at Yuri Prohaska like he's crazy for running out into a cave or whatever the hell he does in the woods or whatever. And then it's not crazy, but it's, yo, Jamal, like if you do play ball, okay, but you gotta really protect yourself. Like you gotta chill. Like you cannot go all out in that when you're a champion. I wouldn't. Nah, yeah, you should catch flack for that. You should.
Me playing basketball is wild. And then,
but they're not equivalent though. I mean, like Yuri Prohaska that dude's wild. And to Jamal's point, like, yeah, man, you're doing all this stuff that is not fighting, maybe because there's something that you know that you don't want everybody else to know.
Even goes on in this to even talk about how incredible.
Then he's also spent 5 rounds with Glover. I don't know.
For walking up a mountain. You know, I became a world champion. And all this man who's a journalist and somebody who's meant to record history and bring these moments into focus decided to shit on my moment. But you see, he's got his favorites. Let's keep going.
And really, I can't say this enough. The way
That's
that
fair.
you handled the Jamal Hill news to me was extremely impressive because I know you had heard a lot, and I thought it was a little bit unfair over the last few months. And the fact that you came out right away and wished him the best and didn't take a shot at him when he was down, I think really.
Yeah, but that's what Jamal did too. So I would like to see, where did he start talking shit? Like, where did Jamal Hill not do what he's saying he did right now? He says that all he did was just wish him well, did the exact same behavior, and Ariel is not. He's discounting that, and he's even throwing in basically misinformation that Jamal Hill has been talking ish, has been calling out for Yuri Prohaska, that it's been taking too long for him to get his injury right, and this and that. And so, yeah, no, this
much
is
respect to you,
all right.
Yuri, for
a little spicy.
Pause real quick. What does that say about me as a
little
human being?
spice.
See what you see the narrative and where he's trying to paint and push this? Go ahead.
Wait. Say that again.
When he was down, I think I know you had heard a lot, and I thought it was a little bit unfair over the last few months. And the fact that you came out right away and wished him the best and didn't take a shot at him when he was down, I think really said a lot about you as a human being. So much respect to you, Yuri, for handling it that way.
Pause real quick. What does that say about me as a human being? See what you see the narrative and where he's trying to paint and push this? Go ahead.
Thank you too. Thank you. You realize these things because.
Well, he's trying to say that you're not a classy guy.
So
where's the proof?
People in media who realize these things because it's important. Because we are not like just.
If there's no proof, then yeah, Ariel, you're just
who can put the trash on everybody.
making shit up.
And it's like, man, be normal, but show me the best. That's all.
Yeah.
Now, Yuri closed that out, like saying something that was true, but in this case, it was dumb because I haven't said anything about that. That hasn't been the case. But yet he let Ariel lead him down, stroke his ego, talk all these nice things to you, play word games with him because he wasn't. Because one, you know what I mean, I'm not gonna say he's not smart enough. He's not. He clearly doesn't speak English that well. You know. So I'm well, it's a lot easier to say things and get by with saying certain things with somebody who English isn't their first language.
Yeah.
All right.
But Ariel knows what he's doing.
I'm gonna be real. I'm just gonna say it like this. Like Ariel, you did what you did, bro. I don't fuck with you at all. You a snake. I think you really a bitch, bro. You weak. And you're really pathetic, bro. Like people come on, try to share like their dreams, true feelings, and raw things like that with you, and you take that time to try to serve your own agenda, try to get your 10/8 and things like that. And it's like, bro, you know what you really losing in the process of all that? Do you care? Like, I'm gonna give you some, like, oh, these things I want you to think about, since you always want to be Mr. Drop the mic and think about it. These things that you should think about. You know, and another thing to think about is the simple fact of, I'm not Rampage, bro. I'm not Rampage. I'm not gonna have the whole little playful little thing back and forth with you like that, bro. You keep disrespecting me and disrespecting my name, I'm gonna come see about you. Eventually, at some point, we'll be in the same room. The fact that I'm a man and a gentleman, you know, regardless of anything, I'm a gentleman, is the reason why you would be okay. Not because of you, because you're not capable of ensuring yourself of being okay like that and that. You know, I have to allow you to be okay.
Jamal Hill is very disrespected. He feels away.
Punk, you need to stay in a punk's place. Period.
Okay. So that's that. And then we have Jamal Hill response to Ariel's response. Okay, wait. So I need to see this the objective, quote unquote, news coverage of this MMA. What's it? Ariel Helwani. Let's see. Boom.
Yesterday, that guy Derek from Jake Paul's meet.
Corey Sandhagen. I do not care about the Jake Paul Nate Diaz thing. I really don't. I don't care. Robert Whitaker. Here we go.
The back and forth between Jamal Hill and Ariel Helwani continues. So Jamal responded to Ariel's response. Jamal declined Ariel's offer to go on the MMA Hour.
I have no interest in coming on your show. I've been on your show. I've been on your show multiple times before leading up into it. Gave you a really great sports soundbite for your show. And I see the respect I got for that. So now, if you truly want to talk and have a conversation, you can come on my show. You come right here, Champ Chat Podcast, first ever guest. You know, you come on and we can talk. This is a text message from me and Ariel Helwani.
Ariel H. Snake. Jeez. What do you think? I asked you first. Not really the post. Okay, so this is Blues Jamal Hill. Not really the post itself was a question. We always come out with great content. I enjoy our exchanges. You texted me this after our last chat, so I assume you felt good about it all. So just curious what this was about. All good.
This is him texting me, asking me what I mean about this.
This is about you trying to make Jamal Hill seem like not a classy person, like he's some sort of subclass person, like he's some sort of below whatever have you.
Joe Rogan said that he puts words in people's mouth, and he said he didn't do it. And my question on the tweet was, what was our interview? So he's asking me, what was that? And I say, what do you think? I asked you first. Not really. The post in itself was a question. Then he goes back and shares an old text message saying where I said, I enjoy our exchanges. All right, cool.
Yeah, then I watched it back and you really did some okay. Wait a minute. So initially, Jamal was good with the exchanges between him and Ariel, and then he watched it back and says that that Ariel did some hoe shit. How was what you did not okay? Well, pitching the man as a lower class individual. That is strange. At least what he did on Yuri's show, or on the show with Yuri. I don't know what happened on the show with Jamal and Ariel. Man, this gets deeper and deeper.
Then I go to, I watched our video back and I feel that you really did some hoe shit. Are you being serious? How was what you did not? Right? So our last text conversation was not cordial and it was not nice. But he will try to say that to make it seem like he doesn't know where this is coming from. And it's coming from out of nowhere. And if you look on the data there, that's from February.
Ariel responded via Twitter. He wrote Jamal with another response to the response to the response. Sheesh, so much drama. Good content for the budding channel, though. Well played. Saul
Ariel's an asshole. You're an asshole. And because you're in the business of doing this too, to get on top of this man for making content out of it because it is content, that's asshole behavior. You're an asshole for that.
latest one.
That's I actually would have expected something better. Like, why not just come out and just address what the issue is? The man says that you're trying to pitch him in a certain light. Hey, like, just address that. Like, just
More made up stuff. His manager knows, but all good, I'm bored. Offer on the table if you change your mind. Good luck with your recovery, champ. A fan replied to Ariel saying, "What lie, though?" Ariel replied, "Here's one, lil bro. Me to his manager. He claims I never brought him. I reached out specifically to help him."
would be good for someone like Jamal who has a great setup and will need to stay active on YouTube this year. He built Bisping's page to 550K subs in a year. What? Here's one, little bro. Me to his manager. He claims I never brought him. I reached out specifically to help him. Okay. So you reached out to help. Where's the lie? That didn't prove anything. That tweet didn't prove anything at all. Helwani responds to Jamal Hill, extends offer.
They were asking me a lot about Jamal Hill, the former UFC light heavyweight champion, who has had some things to say about me on his YouTube channel and over the last few months. And I don't know where we got off on the wrong foot, because the last text conversation that I had with Jamal was actually a very nice and cordial one. But for whatever reason, there's been a bit of a heel turn as of late. And so I don't think that this is the platform.
No, it's the one interview you did with Yuri.
A whole battle, a whole 10-7 situation.
No, and that's what I don't like either. Like, you're speaking about it, but not directly just, hey, this is what he's mad about, and let's talk about that. I'm actually disappointed in Helwani, man. Like, I like this guy.
Receipts, and despite him getting a lot of things wrong, by the way, a guy who I reached out to his manager about just 2 weeks ago when he suffered his injury, to wish him the best and also to introduce him to a YouTube guy to help him out with his channel. No problem. It's all good.
Okay.
I come here with love in my heart. And so what I want to say to Jamal Hill, because a lot of you are asking me to respond to Jamal Hill, this is what I want to say. You keep talking about being a man and all this stuff. I would like to extend an invitation to you, Jamal Hill, who I have nothing but respect for, and I think that your thoughts on the way I think about you are very wrong. I'd like to extend an invitation to you to come in studio on my program, and we could hash it out, mano a mano, man to man. We could talk about the issues, and hopefully we can squash the beef. I would love that opportunity. And in case you think that I'm trying to get you to my studio as some sort of, ruse or trap, absolutely not. I know you.
No, it's not even that. It's just you've offended him, and so now if you want to talk to him, you should talk to him on his platform, and that's only fair because he's been on your platform, for one, and two, you're the one who has to clear things up. He's making an accusation, and you are the one. Well, it's incumbent on Jamal Hill to bring up the evidence, but he's brought up enough evidence. He's brought up an interview. You have not talked about this interview, so
you just had surgery. You just got injured. If you'd like to come on via Zoom, I would love to have you on. Pick a day next week. Pick a day the following week. I would love to have you on to figure this out.
By the way, in that first video, Jamal Hill says that his leg was already fixed up by this great doctor. If you had watched it, why are you now bringing up this, that he just got hurt? And it's just kind of nasty business here, Ariel Helwani. Nasty work. This is some nasty work.
I think there's a lot of
nasty
misinterpretation. And in case you think that I am trying to get views, I don't cut up the videos. I'm not making 20-minute monologues about you and all that stuff. But in case you think I'm trying to get views, clickbait, all that stuff, I'll tell you what, if you do come on the show, I will give you the full entire interview and you can post it on YouTube.
That's nasty. This is nasty. Why not just offer to go on his show? That's nasty. You're nasty. And what do you mean? You could
all the views that you want, nasty. And I'll only promote that link. I won't even promote my own. And so the invitation is
why not just come on to his show?
Have you on to talk it out?
It's a simple Zoom call.
You sent me to voicemail when all this initially popped up. I like to deal with things behind the scenes. I like to figure things out. Of course, I'm going to talk about you. You're one of the biggest stars. I'm going to ask Yuri Prochaska questions about you. But I love to figure this out.
No, you had a narrative. You had a narrative when you were Ariel, man. All right, and then you're inviting him to his show, which is he's not gonna go. I don't know if you've seen the response from him by that point, saying that he's not gonna go, but nasty. If you really wanted to settle it, you'd say, "Let me go over to your part." That's nasty. That's actually nasty. It's nasty. Nasty work. Nasty work. All right. So okay, wait. Is there? So now, Jamal Hill responds to Ariel's response.
What's going on, Sweet Dreams Nation? We back with another reel behind the reels, part 2, if you will. As many of y'all know, I made the video exposing Ariel Helwani yesterday. He made a response, and this is going to be me watching his response and giving my take on it.
They were asking me a lot about Jamal Hill, the former UFC light heavyweight champion, who has had some things to say about me on his YouTube channel and over the last few months. And I don't know where.
It's nasty
First
work.
of all, I'm the current UFC champion. The belt isn't gone anywhere just yet.
Wait a minute. Is that real? Wait.
2.
Wait. I thought wait, hold on. Did he not vacate the belt or what? You're not the champion. Wait a minute. Just you're not the champion, dude. Okay. You're the last champ, but you're not the champion. What?
I've only addressed you on my YouTube channel. That was it. I haven't talked about you. I haven't watched any of your content whatsoever, because that's what you do when you don't like something.
And he said okay. But he's only started talking about the guy like with this, right? With this video. Daniel Cormier exposed? Uh-oh. Oh, we need to watch that. Oh, shit. I need to watch that. Wait. We're exposing DC? I love DC. No. Jamal Hill. But I love DC. Come on, Jamal. What did he... Hold on. We gotta watch this
What's going on,
first.
Sweet Dreams?
on his YouTube channel and over the last few months. And I don't know where.
First of all, I'm the current UFC champion.
No.
The belt isn't gone anywhere just yet. 2, I've only addressed you on my YouTube channel. That was it. I haven't talked about you. I haven't watched any of your content whatsoever, because that's what you do when you don't like somebody.
Where we got off on the wrong foot, because the last text.
All right, that wasn't the most mature answer that, because all right, whatever. I mean,
where we got off on the wrong foot, because the last text conversation that I had with Jamal was actually very nice and cordial one, but for whatever reason, there's been a bit of a heel turn as of late, and so I don't.
Now, we're going to let the heel turn thing go, because you're very good with the English language, so there's a
okay, diamonds on his teeth. Okay, I see.
a bunch of other phrases you can use. I actually think that was kind of
Okay.
funny, you know. But our last text conversation was not cordial. Again, you can't keep it real. You capping.
Yeah, and that's yeah.
You trying to make it seem like, oh, this is coming from out of nowhere, and you haven't done anything. Like, you haven't been taking shots at me for months. You've been the one taking shots this whole time, not me. You got the.
It's sad that Ariel could not produce a time when Jamal Hill actually did pitch or put Yuri Prohaska under the bus, claimed these other things. It's sad that the situation has escalated past the Yuri and Jamal thing to a Jamal and Ariel thing. And I think the worst part is that exactly right here what Jamal said. Like, fam, literally the text message, he's pressing you in the text, and then you're trying to bring up the conversation before that. Your last conversation was negative. That's just a fact. Like, that's just real. Like,
Screenshot, text message I pulled up. This is text message from me and Ariel Helwani. This is him texting me, asking me what I mean about this Twitter link on Twitter, where him and Joe Rogan got into it, and Joe Rogan said that he puts words in people's mouth. And he said he didn't do it. And my question on the tweet was, what was our interview? So he's asking me, what was that? And I say, what do you think? I asked you first. Not really. The post in itself was a question. Then he goes back and shares an old text message saying where I said,
What was
I asked
our
you
interview?
Not-
And by the way, yeah, like just rereading this is defensive. The tweet in itself was literally a question. What was our interview? Jamal, yeah.
Not really. The post in itself was a question. Then he goes back and shares an old text message saying where I said, I enjoy our exchanges. All right, cool. Completely irrelevant.
That is completely irrelevant.
Then I go to, yeah, I watched our video back and I feel that you really did some hoe ass shit. Are you being serious? How was what you did not? Right?
That's your last conversation.
So our last text conversation was not cordial and it was not nice. But he will try to say that to make it seem like he doesn't know where this is coming from. And it's coming from out of nowhere. And if
Disappointed.
You look at the data, that's from February.
I'm disappointed.
Okay? Keep rolling. Keep rolling the video.
I think that this is the platform and the moment to get into a whole battle, a whole 10-7 situation. And I think that despite the receipts and despite him getting a lot of things wrong, by the way, a guy who I reached out to his manager about just 2 weeks ago when he suffered his injury to wish him the best and also to introduce him to a YouTube guy to help him out with his channel. No problem. It's all
Hold
good.
Yo, this is hilarious. If you truly felt that way or you didn't have these type of feelings towards me, I wouldn't be saying these things. I wouldn't be bringing these things up. And receipts are receipts. They're there. They're there for a reason.
And by the way, I like to think that like, anyway, well, it's speculation at this point, but why did Ariel just come out and make Jamal Hill seem like this shit talking character who's like, you know, all over Yuri's head and trying to just, you know, like basically say that he was a low class guy, Jamal Hill? Why would he do that? Then furthermore, why would you also try to, I mean, because if you're going to pitch him like that inside of an interview or just, you know, speak about the guy, Jamal Hill, as a low class individual inside of an interview, why would you then want to help out with his YouTube channel? Well, this is speculation, but if Ariel does see Jamal as lower class, then helping out somebody like that is, you know, you get some kind of, I don't know, some kind of kick off of that. And nasty work. This is disgusting.
Know what it is and what happened. All right. And secondly, you didn't reach out to my manager. I talked to my manager. You reached out to him. Don't get me wrong. You reached out to my manager, but you reached out to my manager for a friend who was working for the UFC, who's no longer with the UFC.
And this doesn't even sound like it's relevant. It's not even relevant. It's not even relevant. You know, like he's doing what he's doing with his YouTube channel. And anyway, well, yeah.
Who helps with YouTube. My manager.
He's doing what he's doing with his YouTube channel, and that is what it is. We're so far away from the Yuri Prochazka Ariel interview right now, and these two just seem to have something personal. That's what I'm sensing.
Somebody who my manager already had this guy's contact information, right? You reached out, you hit him up, you didn't mention me at all. You were talking about that guy, and my name was not brought up until my manager brought me up. So for you to sit up and try to make it seem like you reached out to try to give me this helping hand and trying to look out for
that's an important piece of framing too, because if Ariel did not reach out for the help and then it only just did so, maybe it casts what I said away. You know, maybe he's not reaching out just to try to help out this lower class individual, but it's also, then we can just look at it for what Jamal's alleging it is. It's like, well, Ariel, you didn't reach out. You're misrepresenting that text conversation. So you're just a liar. Like it's nasty. It's nasty.
Pat, bro. That's cat,
like,
and you know it. Anybody who knows me knows my manager. Y'all know how close me and my manager are.
Nasty business.
So I know these things.
Damn.
I come here with love in my heart, and so what I want to say to Jamal Hill, because a lot of you are asking me to respond to Jamal Hill, this is what I want to say. You keep talking about being a man and all this stuff. I would like to extend an invitation to you, Jamal Hill, who I have nothing but respect for, and I think that your thoughts on the way I think about you are very wrong. I'd like to extend an invitation to you to come in studio on my program, and we could hash it out, mano a mano, man to man. We could talk about the issues, and hopefully we can squash the beef. I would love that opportunity. And in case you think that I'm trying to get you to my studio as some sort of, ruse or trap, absolutely not. I know you just had surgery. I know you just got injured. If you'd like to come on via Zoom, I would love to have you on. Pick a day next week, pick a day the following week. I would love to have you on to figure this out, to settle this, because I think there's a lot of misinterpretation. And in case you think that I am trying to get views, I don't cut up the videos. I'm not making 20-minute monologues about you and all that stuff. But in case you think I'm trying to get views, clickbait, all that stuff, I'll tell you what, if you do come on the show, I will give you the full entire interview, and you can post it on your YouTube channel. You can cut it up. You can post the entire thing. You can have all the views that you want, and I'll only promote that link. I won't even promote my own. And so the invitation is extended. I would love to have you on to talk it out. Just like I called you and you sent me to voicemail when all this initially popped up. I like to deal with things behind the scenes. I like to figure things out. Of course, I'm going to talk about you. You're one of the biggest stars. I'm going to ask Gary Prochaska questions about you. But I love to figure this out. And so the invitation has been extended. You want to come on the show in studio or via Zoom, I would love to have you. And let's figure this out and squash this and move forward in a positive way once and for all.
Okay. So you like to invite me on to have a discussion and things like that. You could have done that already months ago. I wouldn't have accepted. To be honest with you, I have no interest in coming on your show. I've been on your show. I've been on your show multiple times before, leading up into it. Gave you a really great sports soundbite for your show. And I see the respect I got for that. So now, if you truly want to talk and have a conversation, you can come on my show. You come right here, Champ Chat Podcast, first ever guest. You come on and we can talk. Now, to address some of the things you said, because even in 2 minutes, you can still see he can't help but throw shots or take shade. I'm not cutting up any monologue and things like that because of the video of me calling him out, which is hilarious. The hand jet. Look at the things he does. Look, body hand. But I'll let you keep look. He's zesty as hell. Trying to be. So, come on, man. I'm not stupid, bro. Everybody here, everybody watching this can see the undertones in the things that he's saying. All right, you're trying to invite me on to come on your show, trying to make it seem like I'm a peacemaker and all this and that. So if I don't accept, it makes it seem like I just have a gripe against you and everything. Everything you just said was calculatedly placed and set up in a certain way. And in fact, with the last statement of you called me and I didn't answer, I have yet another receipt where on that same day, he called me. You're right. I sent you the voicemail. If you look at the bottom, I told him I'm with my kids. I'm a dad. I was with my children. That wasn't the time to have that conversation. I dealt with my kids, and then I called him back, and he did not answer the phone. Okay? So for you to make it seem like you always trying to take the high ground, trying to make it do the right thing and things like that, that's not always the case. We can come here. You can come in studio, or we can...
Yeah, there's something personal. There's something personal. That last text confirmed it. The fact that after the call, this man gave him a reason for why why he didn't come to the phone. Ariel's now got to come out with the phone log that says Jamal did not call, which it just makes it nasty. But anyway, it's already nasty. Yeah, I lost some respect for Ariel Helwani. I mean, at least for right. I mean, that doesn't mean anything to him, but oh well.
Connect you via Zoom. And we can talk about it. But as far as me coming over to put to your platform and to have a conversation with you in your platform, it's not going to happen, bro. You can come here. You can accept my invitation to come have a talk with me on my end, or you can just keep my name out your mouth, which clearly, like you said, you're not going to do. So the move is on you. I'm always real. I'm always down to sit down and hash things out and talk about it. But this whole you skipping over accountability, you're not going to skip over the things you've done. You're not going to skip over the things you said. You need to own up to them, and then we can move forward and move past things.
Nasty work by Ariel
And that's where
Helwani.
I'm at with that. So
Nasty.
let me know what's up. And yeah, it's been another episode of Real Behind the Reels. 'Cause I keep it real.
Nasty. Nasty work.